Hi, this is Natalie Wrightson here from sportsreview.com. I've got William Hill's in-play radio host Lee Phelps on the line. And Dnipro have just made it through to the finals of the Europa League. What are you going to say about that?
Yeah, great. Absolutely great for them, isn't it? I mean, it's fantastic. When we spoke last week after the first leg of the semi-final, I think I'm right in saying then I was thinking, yeah, Dnipro can do this. And then as time went on, I kind of deserted that and thought Napoli would score. I thought Napoli would outscore them. As it happens, the idea that Dnipro could do it was because of their fantastic defensive record. I mean, it's just been superb at home throughout the Europa League. They don't concede goals. They don't score many goals, but they need to score one if they keep the clean sheets, and that's what they've been doing. I think it's fantastic. It's great to see other nations represented, other than the usual nations. Whether they can go and win it is another matter. But that home form, 5 successive clean sheets. Club Brugge were scoring goals until they went to Dnipro. Napoli, I was by the time I previewed this game on our podcast that we do, I was pretty sure Napoli would do it. The unders and the goals look very good. And as for Sevilla, well, they just love this competition, don't they? They're like, they're a fantastic team. They won it in 2005, 2006. They won it in 2006, 2007. They won it last year, so they could win it back to back again for the second time in a decade. It's superb record, isn't it?
Yeah, well, they seem to be owning this competition, don't they? And they are favourites right now. Obviously, they've just finished playing, so these are really early odds, and they will increase. Right now, Sevilla is 1.33. I can imagine that's probably going to go up, probably maybe to about 1.7. 1.6. I think when the Champions League match, when Barcelona finished playing, they were priced 1.4, and then the next day that bumped up to 1.67. So I think that those odds will go up. But as it stands, Sevilla is 1.33, Bet365, and Dnipro are the highest you can get there, 3.5. No, there we go, 3.75. Bet Victor, that's the highest price for the Dnipro win. Now, they've got different styles of playing. Dnipro are sort of that, they're very good on defense. Do you think there is an outside chance that they could win?
It's a very outside chance, because what we've seen from Dnipro is that undoubtedly they're fantastic at home. Can they go away in a massive final and do the same thing? It's not as easy, is it? If you just look at their away form, full stop, in the domestic league, they still keep clean sheets, but they're not as good. There's no question. Look at their away form in the Europa League, and it's nowhere near as good. The 1-1 draw in Napoli was their best result by a mile. You've got the 0-0 draw in Bruges, which is a great result. They lost to Ajax in extra time, but made it through. Olympiacos, they lost. They drew 2-2. So it's not like they're unbeatable. And I worry that in a big occasion, the one thing about the Sevilla players is that they know the occasion. I think I'm right in saying they were underdogs against Benfica last year. 0-0 draw, went right to the wire, and they still came out on top. So Sevilla have been there; they know how to do it. And I think that experience in a big occasion where you use up a lot. Footballers say that they use up a lot of adrenaline in that week building up to the final.
Yeah,
because there's so much media to do, there's so much excitement. So I think that has to have an impact. And I think Sevilla are justified favourites here. I think it'll be a low-scoring game. I don't think it'll be a high-scoring game, though. I think Dnipro will play the way they play, which is solid. Sevilla don't concede many goals either, of course. They've just won 5-0 on aggregate, haven't they? Home and away, they kept clean sheets against Fiorentina in the semi-finals. So I think it'll be low-scoring, but I think Sevilla will get it done.
Yeah, I think it's going to be low scoring as well. And I agree with you. I think Sevilla's got the experience coming into the Europa League. They know exactly what to expect. Dnipro don't. And I'm with you as well with the low scoring game. And a little bit similar to the bet that we did with Juventus versus Barcelona was to have that draw at half time. Yeah. Is that something we could see, or are you kind of maybe expecting Sevilla to sort of try and come in there and get that early goal? No. Which way would you sort of go on that one?
No, I'd be going very, very similar back to the one we talked about in the Champions League. I don't see why Dnipro changed their game plan. There's no need for it. And Sevilla won't rush. Sevilla don't rush. Look, if they get a chance in the first half, they take the chance, then your bet's down. But I think it'll be very tight. Sevilla won't go crazy here. You know, a lot like the Champions League finals of recent years. You look at the goals in the recent Europa League finals. You go back to say 2007, 2008. That's 7 finals ago. And there's only been 2 games that have featured over 2.5 goals. So 5 of the last 7 have been under 2.5, including the 0-0 draw, of course, with Sevilla and Benfica last year. Sevilla themselves, in their previous 2 finals, they won 4-0 against Middlesbrough, the English team at the time, Premier League team at the time, and they drew 2-2 with Espanyol before going on to win the game. So, you know, their previous matches, you know, nearly a decade ago, did feature goals, but I think Dnipro will keep it very, very tight, but Sevilla will just get them in the end. So the Sevilla win and under 2.5 goals when the full odds become available would be my bet there, I think.
All right, fantastic. And can you see these odds changing as we get closer, or we pretty much, you know, when they do release the odds, which is probably tomorrow, do you see them growing closer to their play date?
No, I think Sevilla will get shorter. I think everyone will want to back Sevilla here. I think this is probably one of the, you know, it's, you would have rather seen, well, personally, I would have rather seen Sevilla Napoli in terms of it being a contest. I think Sevilla will just be too strong for Dnipro, and you know, and if I'm, in a sense, I think Dnipro getting to the final will be their win. If you, do you know what I mean? So
yeah,
I think they'll be satisfied with that in a sense. Whereas Sevilla will want to go on and win the game, obviously, and qualify for the Champions League, which is one, you know, as well as lifting that trophy, you get that place in the Champions League this time. So it's, you know, it's really well worth having. So yeah, I think Sevilla's price will get shorter and shorter.
All right, so we'll go for the Sevilla win and the under 2.5 goals. Leaf out. Thank you for joining us today.
No problem.